Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about is Navy Fed still worth it in 2024 and a recent $20,000 flagship approval. So stick around. Let's dive in. All right, so in short, if you wanted to jump ahead to the end, the answer is yes. I think Navy Fed is pretty much still the same in 2024 outside of, cracking down on fraud and CPN stuff. I think they're an amazing credit union, so there is the TLDR if you wanted to just skip ahead. But if you stick around to the end, I promise you it will be worth it. All right, so let's dive into the details. So, with each year, unfolding here and as interest rates are, still over 5%, people are starting to see the cracks in the veneer of a lot of these banks and institutions, right? Like we've got a handful of amazing credit unions that just got burned, and we are a contributor of that. Like some of these banks we featured on the channel, and I feel horrible about it. They restricted, based on geolocation. They got flooded with applications, and our videos don't even get that many views, so whatever. But we were a contributor to, some credit unions getting messed up and the rules being changed. We had the situation with Baxter where they accidentally hit the nuke button, and some people in the community with amazing credit scores are literally still cleaning their credit profile to this day. And that was like within, I don't know, a month ago maybe, if not more. So yeah, things change pretty quick in the credit card space, right? So, here we are, almost the end of 2024. Is Navy Fed still worth it? I think it is. I think it'll continue to be the number one credit union for a long time as long as they continue to do what they're doing. They're riding a great line of being able to provide massive amounts of value to a specific demographic of people and doing a great job supporting those people and ensuring that they're, obviously making money and collecting, money on loans and debt that they're giving out to people, right? Even though they attacked me, by the way, and came after me and tried to take down our channel. I forgive you guys because your credit union is absolutely amazing. So anyway, there's that piece. And what's interesting is that I'm seeing, videos of borderline fraud being brought up about lying about your affiliation and family members being, service members and things like that. Don't do that, guys. These people that are like promoting these, I don't even know what these are, side angles, lies, fraud, whatever you want to call that. People that are promoting this stuff does not last, and these people are generally the people that are having accounts closed or having issues happen and then they later play it off. Well, if we were to roll back the tape, we see why, you lied to get into the bank. And there's people actually, recording the phone calls and posting this to YouTube like this is a good idea. It's not a good idea, guys. And you're not like winning in this situation. You're not winning one over on the banks. You're not like getting them back. Yeah, so I don't know. That's really stupid to me. But anyway, let's talk about a really good story that is somebody that went through the process properly and just got rewarded with a $20,000 flagship card. So they started to go through the application and then they asked them for the proof. But the issue is like with a lot of us, like I did not have the proof on my family side. Is we had to go through a long, tedious process with the National Archives to try and get the proof of them being in service because they fell into this category of people that a lot of the records were destroyed on accident or whatever happened there. I'm not sure. But similar thing here is the only thing that this guy had was the discharge papers, when what they're usually looking for is like birth certificate, license information. They want to know like what the ID number is or like what their service number was, things like that. And a lot of times we can't come up with that information, right? World War I, World War II. I mean, some of this stuff was a long time ago and record keeping wasn't the greatest back then. So he started the application process, then called, got hung up, and then it stopped the process online. He had started that, but then stopped when he got to the like upload your proof part of the process, and then kind of put the whole thing on pause. He called, and then they said that he could go into a branch, realized there wasn't a branch close to him, and then waited a little bit more time, went online, finished the process, and just said, well, forget it, let me just try this. And then he just uploaded what he had, which was his discharge papers from his family member, and it worked. So I think the first big takeaway from this is that, just continue to go through the process, try and talk to somebody on the phone. They can help you out. If you don't have the exact paperwork that they're looking for, a lot of times you just have to have something. You got to have a uniform or, a piece of proof or multiple pieces of proof usually is enough. And these people work with you and help you get in that way. And I think that's a much better way of doing it than lying and always having to worry about, are they going to catch me later, or are they going to clean house, and am I at risk? Is my account at risk, or doing something like that? The shady path or the quick fix is usually not the path that you want to take in the long run, right? While it does solve the problem in the short term. So anyway, gets in, ecstatic, right? Completely ecstatic, because I know that he's been working on this for a while. So gets in, super excited, and I think this is within a day. Yeah, I'm just looking at the Discord notes here off to the right. Within a day, opens up savings, checking, sets up a CD. His TransUnion, which they still pull TransUnion, was over 800 at the time, and I'm trying to kind of leave out some details because again, I'm trying not to dox anybody, and I don't want to put their accounts at risk by us just sharing their story. I always am thinking of that, by the way. So scores well over 800, has a very thick file, by the way, a lot of history. He's got business, he's got personal, so this guy has a good solid history behind him. So anyways, does that, and then then jumps right into the flagship and gets a 20K starting limit. So I think that's amazing considering the highest starting limit that we're seeing is like still like 25K. I don't think they're really going over that. I haven't seen any 30Ks. If you've seen that recently, comment below. And we're still, you know, in the same game in terms of a lot of the other data points that we've shared in the other videos on the channel, which if you haven't checked those out, you probably should. We put a lot of energy into those videos. And what's wild is that some of them are, you know, 1, 2, 3 years old. Stuff is still pretty much the same. In terms of CLIs, you know, you're still looking at 8, 9K for a CLI. Time frames on all those 3 statements, all of that is still pretty much the same. The games with the pledge loans, transactional history is, again, what they care about the most. DTI is what they care about the most, and not utilization. They care about DTI, and you know, that's it. Like that is the whole game with Navy Fed. So not a whole lot has changed there. Like I said, outside of them cleaning house and attempting to make sure that legitimate people are signing up for membership and getting access to these credit products. Outside of that, things are pretty much the same. So I think this is a great ending of the story for this community member, but also too, a great reminder to you that yes, Navy Fed is still out there. Not much has changed there. And if you play it right and go through the process, you will be rewarded, especially if you have a longer credit history and you've been a good steward of the credit that you've been getting, you will continue to be rewarded, my friends. So there we go. I'd love to hear your success story though in the comments below with not just Navy Fed, other credit unions that maybe we aren't talking about that you've had massive success with. Shed some light. Let us know in the comments below. Or if you've got questions, concerns, want to share with us, comment below. Let us know what you're thinking. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet. Right there. Okay, bye.